not very big. Oh, look at here, look at here, look at here.
Several.
Look at here, I got 2. You may have a good lure on there, but you can't do this right here.
No.
Because you don't have enough hooks.
No, I gotta admit, that's pretty nifty.
That's it, isn't it? That's that little Flash Mob Junior right there. These are obviously small stripers. This has got a little
But
blood.
Combined together, they were big.
Yeah, you add the 2 together, and it's a pretty good little striper. How big do they have to be before you keep them?
They can actually be 2 inches long.
Really, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at
Well,
Texoma.
it looks to me like if you're going to be eating stripers, these about 12 or 14 inches.
There are the good ones.
Ought to be about your best eating fish right there.
Yep. I wonder if that was both my bites. You know,
That's
you gotta
both your
wonder
bites.
stuff like that.
I caught both your bites. Find me another one.
Yeah, all right. I just
The only
missed
reason I threw back
right
here.
here, Jimmy, I just had a bite.
The only reason I threw back here is because you told me it was a big one. I wouldn't have thrown back here if I'd known he was that size.
Well, I'll tell you this. He knocked the fire out of it.
I saw that. Come here, baby. Not a giant, but I think he's a little bit bigger than what we've been catching.
He's good.
Yes, he
Several
is.
of them. I
Wait.
saw 2 tails,
Have
Jimmy.
I got 2?
I saw 2 tails, Jimmy. I saw 2 tails.
When they're hard to catch, I'm going to power pole down right here.
All right.
I'm going to power pole down. When you catch them 2 at a time,
I got one.
when they're not biting good,
I
you
guess
catch
we
them
called
2
it
at a
the
time.
triple, huh?
I lost 1. I just got 1 on there. Triple, huh?
Yeah.
Try to...
Mine sure thinks he's big.
Oh, that's a pretty nice one right there, by golly.
And this one too.
Yeah, just,
I got it,
there you
I got
go,
it.
you got it. Oh, yours is a nice one too. That's what I'm talking. Careful, 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 careful. We got a lot of hooks.
Jimmy,
here.
we deserve this, baby.
We did.
We deserve it.
We come out here and gotten a little bit more wind.
That's exactly
That's
right.
part of it.
Beautiful.
I tell you what, one thing you don't want to do with a Flash Mob Junior or an umbrella rig is you don't want to be flopping around letting them flop one of those hooks into you, or it won't be a good deal at all. So you want to get a good grip on them. Ah.
That's how we roll.
That's it right
That's
there.
what we was looking for right
That's
here.
it right there. What do you think about that?
I'm much better.
You know, the cool thing about what we
Want
just...
to kiss this one too?
Now you kiss it. You caught it. You got to kiss your fish for you. Way to go, dude.
Pleasure.
Atta boy, Chris.
It's you.
The good thing about what we did right there, you know, I had 2 of them on there, and one of them come unbuttoned. But the good thing about what we did, it's a little deal we do all the time in bass fishing. We get pretty rough out here, but I power pole down back there. While I was fighting those fish, I just reached down and hit my little foot switch down there and power pole down. So the boat is exactly the same spot. Now, I don't know, you know, it may be the only 3 here, but there may be a lot more here. So
I just missed one.
I
just missed one.
There are, we're going to catch them.
We're going to catch them.
Because we
I
haven't
just
changed
feel it.
spots, even going through all of that and catching those fish and taking a while to land them, taking a while to release them. The boat is still right where it was. Oh, there's one.
There he is, fish on.
8 live lures, a good one
Yes,
too.
Jimmy, yes.
Golly, he's pulling. I got 50-pound high seas Grand Slam braid.
Good fish.
But when that one big one I had a minute ago pulled off, and because the braid doesn't stretch, that is a good fish. Braid doesn't stretch, and so that's a nice one. Woohoo! So they can pull off if you don't back your drag. You don't back your drag down on these stripers to keep them from breaking 50-pound test line. You back it down and keep them from pulling out. That's a big
I've had
fish.
stripers, Jimmy, break swivels, 60-pound swivels.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's the other thing you got to worry about is tearing up your umbrella rig. Flash Mob Junior strikes again.
Good striper, Jimmy. Good striper.
Boy, he's heavy right there. I can tell you the way he was pulling, he was a dandy. Good way to break a pole. Ah! Good way to break your pole. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's Texoma striper fishing. And that's why people fall in love with catching stripers here at Texoma. By golly, they just pull. I mean, they pull, 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 pull. And that dog right there hunts. I'm telling you, I would not come to Texoma striper fishing without an umbrella rig or a Flash Mob Junior or both. The thing I like about that Flash Mob Junior, it's so easy to throw. I've got it on a regular 6.5 foot or 7 foot Jimmy Houston Life is Good Today rod. About a $60, $70 rod is all. That's a nice big old striper right there. That is good.
You know, Jimmy, our biologist tells us that if we ever took all the striped bass out of Lake Texoma, the lake level would drop 10 to 15 feet. Don't know if that's true, but it sure is cool.
Sounds good. It sounds good
They tell us
anyway.
3 to 7 million striper in Texoma every year.
How many?
3 to 7, give or take, on years and all the studies. And they've only been checking since 1980.
Good lands.
They'll run gill nets, they'll do electroshock, they do a lot of different stuff.
3 to 7 million.
Isn't that nuts?
Well,
You
we better get to fishing.
Yeah.
We better
We
quit.
even put a dent in it,
Yeah,
haven't
we better quit talking and start fishing.
It's good to have some quality fish.
I don't know that I've ever eaten striper. I probably should have kept a couple to fillet.
I'm about to have to make Jimmy get me out of umbrella rig.
There's one laying right there.
This portion